Does the Crucible make you feel like this? Welcome everyone to another Embrace Destiny video. Kaz PhD here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we start a new video series in the channel, a new challenge where we pose two questions to the community. One, can we make any loadout viable? And two, can we have fun while doing it? So I posed this question to my community, and the first one that they suggested in my Discord was the Traveler's Chosen and Drang. So the damaged weapon, the first weapon you get in the game, and Drang, which you can get from the Planetary Quest line. Now I considered using the Baroque Drang, the one you can get from the Menagerie, but actually the rolls on the standard Drang are better for me, and I wanted to go back to basics anyway. So, given this loadout, double sidearm, the dreaded double sidearm, how are we going to make this work? So the first thing I did was I looked at the weapons themselves to try and consider what were the perks, what are the strengths here. And unfortunately, the only perk, the only benefit to this loadout is that Drang has Rampage. That's it. The Together Forever perk will only reload Sturm, so it doesn't really count here. It's just not great. It's just Rampage. Now the other thing to consider is that the Traveler's Chosen hits harder at closer range. So what you want to do, ideally, just using the weapons, is use the Traveler's Chosen to weaken the enemy, clean them up with Drang, and then use the mostly full clip of Drang with Rampage to finish another kill. That's kind of the base mechanic of just using these weapons. On top of that, you want to build around them. So what I did was, as a Titan, I ran with Synthoceps for closer range. I also found an armor perk, Sidearm Reloader or Sidearm Loader, which helps reload your weapon, your sidearms faster. I don't know why Sidearm Scavenger is a thing. I chose not to go with that. It doesn't really make any difference. And then the next thing I did was mobility. Mobility is the key to this because there's so many one-hit kill potential in the Crucible. You know, shotguns, snipers, fusion rifles, melee attacks. You really have to keep moving. So normally I run with a PvE build of 4-5-4 for mobility, resilience, and recovery. But here, I went a little crazy. I went 9-8-2. So I can get in there, I can get out, I can keep as much armor, resilience as I can. And it went pretty well. I'm not saying I absolutely slayed with it. I'm not, just as a kind of FYI, I'm not the craziest, best PvP player ever. I have fun with it. I'm an average player, I think. But this challenge was a lot of fun, and it taught me a lot of things. First, I've never gone with that high of a mobility in Destiny 2 at all. And it was really fun. I was jumping around corners and sliding around corners really well. There were a couple of times when I ran in and then Han Solo style shot once and ran away. And I was able to get away with it because of how fast I was. The other thing I did was I used the rally barricade. I would place it down in an area and then kind of run around that area. This is an interesting play here that emphasizes that. I figured I was going to die. I figured that the striker was just going to kill me and then run to my spawn and kill me again because we know how bad it is. But the rally barricade kept damage going, and he had enough team damage that I was able to take him out. Same thing happened here. And then I used the Rampage and the knockout to help lower this guy's health. Somebody else got the kill, but I got the assist. This one here is all about movement. This guy really didn't know what was going on. Second person, I slide behind the rock, and then I slide back, anticipating his shotgun attack. And it worked. I mean, I got killed from really far with bygones, but you got to work with the effective range here. It's all about that movement, back and forth. You see this clip, it's all about cover, slide, punch. Anyway, you're not going to slay with this, I don't think. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll run this exact loadout and you'll get, a 70 bomb in a game or something. If you do, send me a link to that footage because I would love to watch it. So what's the point of running this loadout? Essentially a couple of things. One, you are teaching yourself something new. I taught myself a lot about movement and positioning, radar and such. And the second is you're just trying to help yourself psychologically in the Crucible. The Crucible is so full of repetition, so many other issues that Bungie needs to clean up, so many frustrating things. Sometimes it's nice to purposefully set yourself up to fail so that when you don't, it's that much more of an accomplishment. And when you do, it's not a surprise. And that's pretty much what I did here. I wanted to run in with something that was difficult. That way, if I did poorly, I could just blame it on the loadout, but I could also teach myself how to play. Anyway, that's it for the next series. If you feel like giving me some suggestions, drop them in the channel below in the comments, or come on over to Twitch. I've got a command in the channel where if you drop it in, it will get logged in with the others. I'm looking forward to doing more of these. What do you think? Any other thing I could do to make this better? What do you think of the challenge? Hope you're all having a good time, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.